Some of us have already entered the investing journey without understanding some very important but basic concepts of this financial journey. So today we're going to talk about all the important aspects and the concepts that you as an investor should be aware of. So welcome back to Finprovise by Rupanjali, and let's begin the session. Concept number one, and the most important concept, is the power of compounding. Yes, welcome back to class 6 maths class, because we all have learned simple interest and compound interest in the 6th standard, remember? But we have somehow forgotten the practical usage of the same. How can simple interest and compound interest be actually used to compound our portfolio? Let's understand that. A simple interest will give you a 10% return, say on an investment of rupees 100 as rupees 10 every single year, whereas a compounding interest will give 10 rupees in year 1, 11 rupees in year 2, and so on and so forth. I've done a complete video on the power of compounding. Go ahead and see it and understand, because this is the most basic and the most powerful concept of your entire investment journey. When and how you use this concept? That is because all our investments and all the loans that you take, the EMIs, all the interest rates are actually compounding. If you understand the power of compounding, you exactly know how long you need to keep investing so that your money and your investments keep compounding, and how soon you need to pay off your debt so that your interest does not compound. So it's basically a very, very important and the first concept that each of you should be 100% aware of and should be able to relate to your portfolio. Number 2 is asset allocation and diversification. Understand that asset allocation is step 1 and diversification is step 2. Asset allocation simply means how and where you need to invest your money in the different types of asset classes that are available. In equity, in debt, and in alternate, which is real estate, gold, and how you need to allocate your entire portfolio in these asset classes. I have done a complete video on asset allocation as well. Now let's talk about diversification. Diversification is basically how many products you want to keep in your same asset class. For example, I want a 30% allocation in debt of my portfolio of say rupees 100. So rupees 30 is my debt allocation. Within that 30 rupees of allocation, I do not want a single product. I want multiple products. This is called diversification. So you need to have a proper asset allocation strategy and then have a completely diversified portfolio. Remember, the trick of having a healthy investment portfolio is not to go for over diversification. In our endeavor of diversifying our portfolios by not putting all your eggs in one basket, we completely over diversify the portfolio and have such small allocations in different products and schemes that a change in that allocation really does not affect our portfolios. So this is a complete I would say a catch-22 situation. You need to have a diversified but not an over diversified portfolio. Concept 3 is inflation. Yes, it's a concept that all of you are aware of. But do we actually understand how that is impacting our lives? When we are planning something, are we thinking about inflation? If a particular house costs about 1 crore today, when I plan to buy it, maybe in 5 years, 10 years time, what is going to be the cost? When I'm thinking about my daughter's education 5 years later, if the cost is 1 crore or 1.5 crore today, what is going to be the cost after 5 years? That is what I need to keep in mind. Yes, we understand that the cost of bread, eggs, fruit, everything has gone up. But that might or might not really affect the way we design the portfolio or think about investments at large. So hence, inflation at large needs to be understood, incorporated, so that you talk about inflation adjusted returns. Concept number 4 that we need to talk about is your risk appetite. I have done a complete video again on this, but just to give you an idea about what is a risk appetite, is my risk taking capacity. If I want to invest in a very volatile product or a risky product and I lose my sleep over it, what's the use? My sleep is not worth anything. I cannot get or expect to get a very high return if I'm losing sleep and I'm stressing over it. So my risk appetite is everything that I can accept and I can tolerate. And, it is like a spice tolerance. If I can eat very spicy and I can digest it, I have a very high spice tolerance. But if I don't, I am okay to have a low spicy food. Again, a appetite high does not mean you will get very high returns or, your portfolio is going to be better than somebody who has a lower risk tolerance. No. A seasoned financial advisor's work is to reduce the overall risk of your portfolio. But for me to reduce the risk on the portfolio, I also need to understand what is your risk appetite, what is your horizon for investment, what is your asset allocation requirement. Only then I can reduce the overall beta or the risk of the portfolio. Concept number 5 is a credit score. Even if you don't take loans, you need to be aware of your credit score. Why? Because credit score is something that gives you the repayment capacity. So if you want to take loans in the future, which you cannot anticipate from now, it is a very good idea to keep your credit score in check. Also, there are a lot of companies which check your credit score before giving you a job. So it's become extremely important to keep a note of your credit score. Credit score is usually given between 300 to 900. Anything above 750 is a good score. This is how a credit score looks like. So if you have anything between 750 to 800 to 850, consider it a good score. You will be able to get loans at good rate for a longer tenure, and it is a healthy, score to keep in mind when you are talking about a good financial portfolio of good financial health. CIBIL is one of the credit rating agencies which gives you a credit score. There are other good agencies like Experian, Equifax also, which gives you credit score in India. So it is not a CIBIL score, it is basically a credit score, but CIBIL, because it's one of the most popular ones, we kind of keep hearing about it more often than not. How to have a good credit score? Keep paying your bills on time. All your credit card bills and everything, all of them go back to your, CIBIL score. So definitely pay your bills on time. Do not overspend the limit on your credit card. Keep a mix of the, utilization ratios so that your credit score is under check and you have a healthy 750, 800 plus kind of score. So we have done 5 most important concepts. We have another 5 concepts which we will do in part 2 of this video. But if you have any questions till then, please ask me in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. I'll see you in the part 2 of this video. Till then, take care, be good, bye-bye.